Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
I do got rights. No, it's all right, son. The world needs to see how she act because she crazy. I just came to see my son graduate and give him a gift. That's all I did. You didn't make him by yourself, sweetie. And you ain't raised him by yourself. You know how much money I spend on my son? What prosecutor? I'm done playing with you. Hell, look, I bought my son a gift for graduation. And look how she acting. Got my son crying because he wanted to see me. But this how bipolar people act. She just, I don't know what's wrong with her. Then she ain't tell nobody about the graduation and she mad I found out. But it's cool. Talking about she got a prosecutor about to lock me up for what? For taking care of my son? Jacob, just stay praying, all right, bro? Love you too, man. Stay praying. Stay prayed up, son. It's gonna be all right. Stay prayed up, man. I love you. That's a mess, man. Mad because I came to see my son graduate.
Let me tell you something. We about to go stupid. 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 This shit we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't DR, she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
Lord, they blood out like he Putin. Nigga thugged out like he Putin. Ain't a coot nigga, can't scoop me. I hear the hate loud, call it rootin'. Dodo bird, a real extra bitch. Feeding around in a dumb wheel. Push start, banana split. Dior bag, hold an extra clip. Cuff a rap nigga, extra drip. Then stack with him, extra flips. Floor the water, real loony bitch. Purse Gucci, no Dooney bitch. Pussy talk, no rumor-ish. On the whole head like a tumor sick. Shots fired, I don't miss. I'm the definition of a
This
real
shit we
bitch.
be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't DR, she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid. I'm in a two-seat on my cup till no hangovers on me. We gon' try buy your new phone with we in the Range Rover, no heat. Take out man, can't wait next year. Roll that loud, I'ma cover my ear. I'm too high, so don't come near. If it ain't on me right here. Got a house pride, got pills on my drive license. We're broke way too long, main reason all of be spent. Took it out last year, now back up. Both on your main, now she stuck. I don't do favors and don't trust luck. I'm pulling up if it's by the book. This shit we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't DR, she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yes, ma'am. Salute to my sisters with sense and salute to my good breads. Kings, what's up? Good morning. It's Saturday morning and we have our best spills on a Saturday, yo. I hope y'all had y'all breakfast or at least making y'all breakfast, getting everything situated. You know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Guys, we came to talk about it. We got 10 dumb money rules. Your single moms, if you had a single moms, she taught you this dumb shit, bro. And this is why the kids run around here foolish. No financial literacy whatsoever. So we're going to tackle 10 of them dumb things, and hopefully you can get rid of them 10 things. Now, we know a lot of you can't talk about money. That's disrespectful in your childhood. They hide money. They hide these conversations from you when they should be harvesting these conversations with you, right? They should be having these conversations with you, but they don't. They too busy keeping you sheltered from the world. They too busy alienating you from your dad and and information. But today we're gonna try to help you out. And I don't understand why these women don't they sit here and they act like they kids don't see them. They act like the kids don't see what they're doing. Like that is very, very delusional to me. Like your kids, man, this is why they get older and they treat you like how they treat you. They do you how they do because they sat there and saw what you did, man. They saw what you did. No matter what you want to come here to the internet and tell us, and they saw what you did, man. Plus, you have nothing to tell them. God damn it, yo. Let's get on into it, yo. Besides cleaning their whole entire house, this is what else they taught them. They taught them how to steal, guys. That's all they taught them. How to take from other people.
On March 26, 2024, officers responded to a convenience store to investigate a potential fraud.
What are you guys up to?
Nothing.
Hey, how's it going, boss?
Now there you already see it. Whole pregnant. Whole pregnant. Now mind you, why we keep having babies knowing we broke? Why we keep having these babies, bringing children into the world, knowing that we have nothing for them. We stealing mode, but we bust it wide open. Like, come on now.
If women are so damn smart, how come they the only motherfuckers that's constantly getting conned and lied to get in the situation they in? Y'all claim y'all are smart as men, but y'all the only people who say, oh, he told me to do this and he talked me into this. When a man gets screwed over, they say it's your fault.
You should have seen it coming.
Should have seen it coming. So why is it we can't say to these women, because let me tell you a stat that should shock you, all of you. Did you know there are 2 times as many black women with children than black men? Man. What does that tell you? Well, I'm going to interpret that for you.
Here we go. Okay.
It tells you that women are fucking the same man.
Boom.
Damn. So y'all know he ain't shit, and you fuck him because you in competition with that other ain't shit bitch to have that ain't shit nigga baby. Because you just saw a video on Instagram of Future, who you know got 9-11 kids, talking about how hard it is for him on Valentine's Day with all these bitches, and bitches jump right on the video to be there with him. So don't tell me how great women are. Don't tell me how women care about marriage. Don't tell me how women care about society, because if they did, the last thing you do is continue to reproduce with somebody you know has shown he is not a father, but you do it because you want to. There's a lot of women who can tell you right now, I had a good man, but he was lame. I had a good man, but it wasn't exciting. Because let me tell you something. A nigga that's in a thug and a jailbird, he'll fuck you better than I can.
Oh, yes, sir.
Because all he got is time on.
So I'll talk to you first. All right. You guys are not free to leave. You guys hang out here, right?
We do check cashing here.
Okay.
We've been doing this for a long time, so I've been doing this, and I have a little bit of knowledge of it.
Right.
They come with this check, with this paper, with this, right? I seen them. I know that she basically comes in, and I know that she usually comes in, and she doesn't work in Texas. I know that the check is out of state, and it just doesn't make sense.
Do you have any idea on you?
Like I tell you, yo, the only people that y'all tricking, the only people that believe in y'all stupidity is y'all kids. And it's sad because then they go out there and perform these stupid shits, these stupid acts to get money, right? And it don't work because it ain't work for you. But don't nobody want to call this out.
He has it. What about you, boss? You have any idea on you? You don't have idea on you? We're figuring it out.
Because these are people that sit in my chair, yeah.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
I kept on telling them, I said, listen, I said, it's fake. I don't think so. I don't want to do it. No, push me. So I call this number. It doesn't work. So I go on Google. I type in the real number. This is the real office number. I asked for their accounting department for Pat. Pat gave me her cell phone. I texted Pat the picture. This real company is a real company based out of Texas. The real check has a seal on it. This is not the right color of the check. This is not the right sequence of the check. This is not the right vendor, because they only write checks to vendors, and this is not even in their system.
Let me just talk to them real quick.
God damn.
Did you give? Oh, never mind. Guys, bro, teacher, you have the 27? All right. Well, yeah, come on, you're
Have a seat right here, please.
Can I get a cab?
If you could imagine your
And yes, mothers taught them. Because for the past 80 years, these women get information on how to raise children, how to raise men and women from other women. They don't listen to men. They hard-headed. So they haven't listened to men to get this information on how to raise these children. So these children making decisions by themselves off of information that these women sat around here and deemed appropriate.
All right. So what's going on with this job?
These the people right here that sent it.
That sent it to you?
Yes.
Who's that?
Ashley Webb. Online
Who
job.
that is?
That's the people online. Everything is right on that paper.
All right, what's the business?
Gadget.com company. Construction site. I about to do promotions and
Look
stuff
who the
online with
ringleader.
them.
Look who the ringleader is, and then look at Stupido. Look at El Stupido sitting right next to her. Like, just they gonna drag y'all to the depths. They gonna drag y'all to the depths, bro. Keep fooling around with these slicksters, yo.
You did promotions online for them?
I got all the emails right here. These are all her emails, right?
What are the emails? What are the emails?
This is an appointment application. When I got a job, agreement form.
So if I do a little research and I call Badger Services,
Yes, you can, sir. I am not.
and they tell me,
I don't know how to make that.
hold on, and they tell me that they don't have you on their payroll.
I'm
So what
showing
we're gonna do with that?
I'm showing you email right here. The employment agreement form. This all come from them.
I don't see Badger on there.
I'm gonna show you everything right here. All you gotta do is just keep going through the emails. Ashley Webb, the Badger B&B.
Okay, when was that email sent to you?
That was March 6th.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna call Badger and I'll be right back.
He ready to try and arrest somebody. See if nobody ain't do nothing about it.
Well, if he's gonna check, and then if everything checks out, then you guys will be free to go.
So what we supposed to do to make it fake? What we supposed to do? Somebody mailed it. I showed y'all the envelope and everything.
What I do? Yeah, got hurt. He didn't. I got his name and date of birth.
Okay, so real quick, before going any further, all right, does not mean you're under arrest. It just means I have to ask you some questions and you're not free to leave. Okay, so you have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. Any statements you make must be freely and voluntarily given. Any statements you make must be freely and voluntarily given. You have the rights to the presence and representation of a lawyer, Richard.
Did they have his 14 or no?
No. Give it to him. I'll still look at it.
Any statements can and will be used against you in the court of law. Do you understand those? Okay. So, you said that this is Badger. What's the company?
I can show you email.
You said Badger Construction?
Yes.
And what were you doing for them online?
I had to make a Facebook page and like put their information up on.
Can you show me that Facebook page?
Right here. Right. I don't know how to make no check. They sent me and they tell you everything. They're gonna send me a check. They're gonna take the discount side.
They have it. They have it.
Would it be part of a scam, and that's why you guys are here?
Yeah, anything that's like false related.
Yeah, false related. Yeah, we have to investigate.
Okay, so you're still not showing me the.
It's gonna show you.
You said you
show us the emails.
Okay, I try to show you that thing.
She said that she got paid for making a Facebook page. I'm trying to have her show me the
I'm
Facebook
trying
page.
to show you. I think I'm lying. It said business job right here. See, Badger being.
Man, they know you're
See
lying,
Badger
bro.
right there?
You sound like you're
Okay,
lying.
you have access to it?
Hey.
No. I'm saying, do you have anybody can get on that page. I'm asking if you.
That's what they told me to do, and that's when they said that I got the check. I had put promotion, like I'm promoting them. I can show you all the emails. She told
me. Page is $2,000 per month.
I can show you the email. That's all I could do. Like I don't really know.
All right. So I'm gonna make some phone calls. I'm gonna find out from back. Badger directly.
And you call the lady that be writing me. She left her number there.
And what's her name? Ashley Webb?
Ashley Webb, I guess.
Okay.
Yes.
From Ashley Webb.
Who's Ashley Webb?
Someone who's Ashley Webb? She's a manager at Badger. Let me see.
Show you a whole lot, yo.
I don't even care no more. All y'all going to hell. My wife is going to hell. My kids is going to hell. You are going to hell. Everybody.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, black women? What's wrong with you voting for Barack Obama? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
So I filled out applications, the documents.
Okay. So if Ashley Webb is an HR manager for a hiring service, they're not going to pay you from the company. They're going to pay you from that hiring service. Okay. What's the name of the company for the hiring service?
Sorry, this is all I know. You can just keep going through the emails.
Go to the emails and see if there's a name of the company.
Like, this is all I can do. Like,
okay, go through another email. I go to another one. I want to know. I want to see who this Ashley Webb works for. All right, so it says here that she's from Badger Services. Okay, I'm gonna call them and see if she's an employee with them. All right. All right. Let me see.
Good morning, Badger Services.
Hi, this is Officer Sanchez with the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. What kind of, do you guys have an Ashley Webb that works for you?
No, we do not.
I took it to Bank of America. I took it to PNC. I took it to Walmart. Walmart said it was too much. Other banks I had a bank account.
That's what the other banks told you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm the office manager. I've been here for 16 years.
16 years. All right, so let me just grab some information from you.
These are your people, aren't they? Did you call them?
Yeah, I ain't coming to call you.
Sorry. Watch out, buddy. What do you mean by that?
Like you need me to sign up for a job you have.
Oh, like a probation thing. And...
Just call me. Just call my lawyer. I'm calling my lawyer.
Call your
I ain't do
lawyer.
shit.
Why did this lady pull up? Why did this unhealthy lady who got so many things she needs to prioritize, and she probably taught this little girl how to steal? That's probably her mother. Why did she pull up? Like, what is she gonna do? What is she gonna do? She can't help you. She can't help you. And y'all always screaming and y'all always trying to get y'all mother when y'all get y'all ass in trouble. If your mother really, really loves you, she would have gave you the information that would have had you not having to do this shit right here. But then y'all want to run to your mother. That's why y'all ask me if my mama black all of the time. My mama didn't teach me that shit. My mama did not teach me this shit, so save it. Don't ask me if my mama black if you think that's because my mama taught me. My mama ain't teach me this shit.
I got all the information right here from. I can't help that she got me up to me. This shit crazy. Man, y'all ain't gotta do nothing because I ain't do shit. You can't do nothing about a bitch mail me a check that I wrote for online. What do I have to do?
So at this point right now, I'm gonna confiscate this check. It's all going to be turned into evidence, and the person who was passing the check is going to be arrested. Okay, so you may be in contact with someone in the next couple days.
How many guns are there, right? How many guns are there?
Good.
How do you pronounce your name?
Ernie.
This is the last ditch effort to help you out as best as I can. Is there anything you want to tell me?
No, I could get a lawyer and I could like
get a lawyer. That's fine.
I didn't do shit.
I'm asking right now, is anything you want to tell me right now?
You go to my phone and find everything. You a text message texting her.
That's fine. I don't care about text messages. I'm asking you. You can put your phone down.
I don't know nothing about the shit.
You know nothing about the check.
My son, I could die right now. Like I don't know anything about the shit.
Who was that person that just rolled out?
That's my mom.
Okay, how does she know about this?
Because
how does she know that we're out here with you?
Because I ain't come home yet. I take care of
her. She just knew automatically.
I've been here for an hour.
Exactly.
She knew automatically that we're here because of the check.
I told her I was going to try to catch the check.
So, the last nothing you want to tell me about it?
What I supposed to know about it? I don't know. All I can know is the emails they hiring me and everything. Like,
fix this on.
So we go to jail for?
Yeah, you're gonna go to jail.
For what?
Huh? For passing.
It's all on my phone. What y'all talking about? I'm not on my phone.
Hey.
I swear to God, I don't know nothing about this shit.
Look at the mother fighting for the thief. That's who taught him, guys. That's who taught him, yo. Ain't no father teach you how to steal. We know what's the consequences of if you get caught, so we ain't gonna teach you that.
Take me! Because I was too good! Take me! Take me! Take me! What the did she do? What the did my child do? What the did she do?
Catch the fraudulent check.
No, she didn't catch a fraudulent check. So what? That was the how that shit on my fraudulent check. They don't need check.
Look at this lady, yo. She looking just as raggedy in this wheelchair. And this is what they teach them. Guys, yo, you know, I'm out here in the city, yo. And we looking for an old lady right now as we speak. Right now as we speak, we looking for an old thieving ass lady. And they out here trying to make excuses for her and all this shit. Some lady picked up $8,000 and ain't no finders keepers. We don't have that out here. That's against the law. In New York City, New York State, ain't no finders keepers. Look at this right here. This is why I say, yo, the black community doomed, because the people that they got us worshiping, these mothers, they the worst ones.
Well, a Bronx woman thought it was her lucky day, but now she could be headed to jail. Police say this woman's wanted for grand larceny. They say she picked up an envelope containing $8,000 and took off with it. It was accidentally dropped by a 34-year-old man near Stadium Ave and Spencer Drive. Unfortunately for the woman, finders keepers is not actually legal, and police say she should have reported that lost money to officials.
Facts. Yo, we gonna go over it today because y'all running around here being thieves, looking bad out here, yo. It's rules to money, but what y'all playing, it ain't it. The way y'all playing it, it's not it. Watch that again. Yeah, you see that? That's an old woman. She supposed to be teaching them up. She supposed to be teaching people how to at least have some integrity. They ain't gonna be able to teach you this information, right? Let's be real. They're not gonna be able to teach you this information, but they're at least supposed to teach you how to be a decent, you know what I mean, an honorable human being, right? They could at least teach you good manners. Come on now. Doomed.
Well, a Bronx woman thought it was her lucky day, but now she could be headed to jail. Police say this woman's wanted for grand larceny. They say she picked up an envelope containing $8,000 and took off with it. It was accidentally dropped by a 34-year-old man near Stadium Ave and Spencer Drive. Unfortunately for the woman, finders keepers is not actually legal, and police say she should have reported that lost money to officials.
What the did my child do? What the did she do?
Catch the fraudulent check.
No, she didn't catch a fraudulent check. So what? That was the how that shit on my fraudulent check. They don't need check. You got me. Stop. I'm gonna tell you something. You take my child.
Guys. You can't make this up.
Yeah, and you what the envelope at, Jasmine? I gave them everything.
No, give me out. Okay. For the
mother sacrificed
investigation,
it. It sounded like the mother sent her there for that. It sounded like the mother sent her. She like, I gave them everything you gave me, mama.
To the jail. That's the end rules, okay? That's so, hear me out. Do you want to leave your belongings, Miss Mom?
Yes, but what's I'm going to jail for?
Because
I did not catch your fraudulent check.
Listen. I can't.
She did not catch your check.
Mom, I cannot communicate with you if you're going to be yelling. Let me explain it to you, okay? So she got a check. Listen, hold on, let me talk. She got a check. She claims she doesn't know where she got it from. That's fine. She claims she doesn't know where she got it from. This is the issue. The issue is that the check is... The issue is the check is fraudulent.
She did not check. Oh, no, y'all can't take her. Oh, my God. I need my phone like, so I can show you information.
Phone, don't worry. Get with her.
Do you want...
Max, you's a dummy, yo, and that's bad, yo. That's bad. When is it okay to take a break from telling the truth? When is it okay? When is it okay to take a break from telling the truth? So you condone stealing, right? You one of them thieving black women, right? That's the problem. You one of them thieving, get-over-rich black women with the ring around your neck, yo. When's the last time you saw your coochie standing up, looking straight down, man? That's the problem. You're not a victim. And look, they're gonna go along, get along gang right there. There you go. They go to dumb hoe party there. But y'all ain't got no smoke for this old lady who teach her kids how to steal until you get something took from you, right? That's when you got your mouth open. It's okay for people to steal from other people in our community as long as they don't steal from you, right? Goofy.
Do you hear me out? Answer the questions that
Oh, I was waiting for that. So now you told on yourself. Now you shared the piece of your mindset, your mentality. You're not a grown-ass man. You're a simp enforcer. Say it with me. I'm a simp enforcer. Say it. That's what you are. You're a simp enforcer, sir. That's what you are. You're not a grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass man. Sounding straight hell of a mother like, right? Because I'm a grown woman. You's a funny dude, bro. Go on. Go sit the fuck down, bro.
I got. Answer the questions that I got. Do you want to leave your jewelry and stuff with mom?
I don't care. Like, what am I going to jail for? Like, what am I going to jail for? But still, at the same time, that check number got cash.
Doesn't matter if we got cash.
That means a lot.
Okay.
As long as he get cash.
So then what? Okay.
If that check got cash, that's a different thing.
Okay, well, listen, she's going to go down to the county jail with my probable cause.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all take my daughter. I'm going to tell y'all something right now, sir.
Okay, I'm listening.
I am going to sue the out of this store right now.
That's fine.
I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
The lawyer I got right now.
That's fine.
I'm going to close
she's an adult. She's an adult.
I want
so I don't have to explain nothing to you. She's an adult. I don't have to explain anything to you. The only thing I was trying to do is be courteous and explain what happened.
But no, listen, because you know
what? This lady running around here ain't got no fucking legs, and all you can worry about is what I'm doing on a Saturday morning. You better get your sister some help. She running around here. She probably sold her legs, bro. People like this start selling their body parts. They go get blood. They be doing all sorts of weird shit for money, bro. People like this that's in hella survival mode, which a lot of them are, because they don't have the information, Sway. We gonna go over it today. I'm gonna teach you exactly how they were taught. I'm gonna teach you every financial literacy rule that they were taught. They don't know nothing, bro. They don't know nothing. They get in these relationships and they be acting the whole time. From start to finish, they in these relationships pretending, playing so independent.
Well, a Bronx woman thought it was her lucky day, but now she could be headed to jail. Police say this woman's wanted for grand larceny. They say she picked up an envelope containing $8,000 and took off with it. It was accidentally dropped by a 34-year-old man near Stadium Ave and Spencer Drive. Unfortunately for the woman, finders keepers is not actually legal, and police say she should have reported that lost money to officials.
So that 34-year-old young man with all his life in front of him supposed to take an $8,000 loss because this woman want to be a thief. Because this old ass woman who been on this earth for as long as she been on this earth and ain't figure it out, Sway. Come on now, y'all. I don't like the rules to being a black person. I don't like that. I'ma always rebel against that because y'all some suckers. Y'all was trained to be some suckers.
If women are so damn smart, how come they the only motherfuckers that's constantly getting conned and lied to get in the situation they in? Y'all claim y'all are smart as men, but y'all the only people who say, oh, he told me to do this and he talked me into this. When a man gets screwed over, they say it's your fault.
You should have seen it coming.
Should have seen it coming. So why is it we can't say to these women, because let me tell you a stat that should shock you, all of you. Did you know there are 2 times as many black women with children than black men?
Man.
What does that tell you? Well, I'm going to interpret that for you.
Here we go. Okay.
It tells you that women are fucking the same man.
Oh, damn.
So y'all know he ain't shit, and you fuck him because you in competition with that other ain't shit bitch to have that ain't shit nigga baby. Because you just saw a video on Instagram of Future, who you know got 9-11 kids, talking about how hard it is for him on Valentine's Day with all these bitches, and bitches jump right on the video to be there with him. So don't tell me how great women are. Don't tell me how women care about marriage. Don't tell me how women care about society, because if they did, the last thing you do is continue to reproduce with somebody you know has shown he is not a father, but you do it because you want to. There's a lot of women who can tell you right now, I had a good man, but he was lame. I had a good man, but it wasn't exciting. Because let me tell you something. A nigga that's in a thug and a jailbird, he'll fuck you better than I can.
Oh, yes, sir.
Because all he got is time on.
I want to listen. All you want to do is yell. We're done. We're done.
What's this?
That's a bead.
Girl, you know damn well it's not a bead.
So give me the envelope. I need the envelope.
You're not getting that envelope. You're not getting that envelope.
Hey, Josh. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that envelope.
No, you're not.
Oh yes, I am. I'm gonna get her shit too. You don't tell.
She's a drug head. That shit was drugs in that girl's collar right there, in her cuff. This a crackhead family, yo. And they said that's why this is Mac's family right here. Max, that's what triggered you, Max. You better come get your grandma, man, and stop playing, bro. Hold her accountable, man. Not me.
Tell me what to do. Like it's nothing.
It is. There's a bag
It's
in here.
a bead.
It's not beads.
Oh, okay. Y'all got
In a bag.
Here.
Huh?
Look
This?
forward.
Yeah.
Look at the front.
I want to put a.
Them old funky spandex shorts, yo. They don't wear jeans no more, y'all. They just as funky as all out, yo. These women is nasty trash, yo.
What you need to do is stop playing. You might have all these crusty, dusty musties tricked, but you ain't tricking us.
You ain't tricking us. Not the ones in your search engine, man. Maybe the ones in your inbox, but not us, the ones you search up. We see you.
You want to leave it with your mom?
Yes, how can I talk to?
You want to take your necklace off too?
Yes.
So stop and
Like, y'all taking each other so
Hey, listen. I'm trying to be nice. We try to be nice. Now you're not running it. I'm running this, okay? I tried to be nice, and I'm tired of you and her yelling. So we're done with it.
She ain't cash no check. He's gonna go down.
Well, listen,
I'm calling news. I'm gonna call everybody right now. I'm gonna call everybody. I'm gonna call them right here. This goddamn stuff. The news and everything. I'm gonna make it. I want to have this shit shut down.
Where's the nephew at? Is he good to go?
And everybody out. And everybody I know.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call the judge because I know my right. And she literally.
Ma'am, this stuff's falling out of the stuff's falling out.
And cash the check. You can't take her to jail. Why y'all call for the phone?
Just go right there. I'm talking for her. Please, thank you.
Yo, what is wrong with Florida too, yo? Florida be bogged out, y'all.
Give me a phone. Let me call my friend at 10-12 News. I ain't going nowhere. 10-12 News will be right here and everything. I'm gonna bring all my family up here and I'm gonna testify.
What about him?
Hey, she get that? She get that because that's what they do. Then they play straight victim as if they're not the troublemakers. Like, ma'am, your daughter is a thief. You and your daughter. I'm not going to just throw the whole thing on your daughter. That was you. You got some type of involvement in this here, too. You a wicked ass, hell of a ass mama, you.
All right, you good to go, bro. I don't.
Oh, yeah, let him go because he just was going. He just was the getaway driver. About time.
Doesn't make a difference.
About time.
It nailed to her. If she
Let
printed
him go.
it doesn't make a difference. She tried to catch the check. She was also given the opportunity to leave because the owner here said, I don't believe this check is good. And the cousin said, oh, it is. It's all legit. Da, 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 da. No, it's not. The company verified it's not.
They it's
a lie. Yeah, you got that. That's what you tell the judge.
But listen, though, see, like, listen,
She's in possession of a fraudulent check.
Don't go
that she-
helping your moms. Don't go simping, forcing for your moms. She is wrong, bruh. She wrong. Now you don't get yourself tased and in trouble caping for her, sir. Remove all the falsehood at all times. You can't have this selective. You can't pick and choose when you want to tell the truth, when you want to be godly, when you want to be holy. You don't get to pick and choose. You don't get the cherry pick. Nope.
Is the cash. That is probable cause for an arrest. Now, what the judge does with it is up to them.
But at the end of the day, she didn't know nothing about the check being fraudulent.
Facts, Joey.
It's her responsibility to know whether that check is
She
good or
got
bad or
kids
no.
to feed.
It's
She
her
was,
responsibility.
if you was in that predicament, listen, hear me out. The day
If
if you was in her predicament, she ain't got
they
shit.
supposed to go out
She got
there
3
and
kids,
that
and she got shit to feed them.
And a sick
You
child.
ain't gonna try to kill you.
Yeah.
So because she did, remember, she made those choices and decisions. So because her consequences is what they are, we supposed to give her a pass. We supposed to go and let her cash checks, fake checks, fraudulent checks. So she's a money printer now. Because she's a bad decision maker, she's allowed to just be a money printer now. Well, that don't even make sense, sir. Like that's that delusional fairy tale shit that be floating around the mindsets of a lot of people in that particular community. It is highly stupid and it is very delusional. Just have those 3 kids. She enjoyed that. She busted wide open. What the fuck wrong with this dude, yo?
Have a woman to woman mother moment with you. At the end of the day, women have the choice. I don't care if you were after him, he was after you, it doesn't matter. He can't come in unless you open the door, right?
Wide open.
Yes, sir, I am not, because somebody says
And then that's the job she got online.
no.
So listen, at the end of the day, she's going to be charged with it. If her defense, listen, if her defense is going to be, I didn't know, then that's up to her and the attorney.
No, first of all,
Right
she's
now,
working online.
I don't care. I don't care.
She like working
She didn't know
online.
the shit was fucked, dog. I gotta give her a 10, dog. That green is fucked.
It's
Like,
not,
put
but it's not though.
Hold on.
Oh, what you mean they ain't give her a chance, bruh? The niggas in the store, before they called the cops, dummy, before they called the cops, they told Shorty, like, get out of here, bro. This is fake. Get out of here. That was her cue to go. Your sister stood there and tried to force her delusion onto somebody. And that's the problem nowadays. People, we're not mad that you believe what you believe. We're not mad that you believe that you're worth $100,000 nigga. What we're mad at is that you push that shit onto us. Like, don't push that shit onto us. We don't ask. No. You can believe that delusion in your own head. That fairy tale belongs to you and you only, exclusive.
No, like put yourself in her shoes, though.
I get it, but it's
With
not.
3 kids, no, that don't.
But at what point is she going to take responsibility? Listen, we're not arguing. We're not going back and forth. We're not going back and forth. Garden Bro, 2-2. You show that female 10:15 every 10:53 with her. I'll give you a starting in a second.
Damn, she tried to get almost $3,000 out of them. She probably tried to get almost $2,500 out of them, B. What kind of shit is that? Man. And I don't understand why they continue to hold these kids and isolate the fathers and do all sorts of weird shit like this.
I do got rights. No, it's all right, son. The world needs to see how she act because she crazy. I just can't see my son graduate and give him a gift. That's all I did. You didn't make him by yourself, sweetie. And you ain't raised him by yourself. You know how much money I spend on my son? What prosecutor? I'm done playing with you. Hey, look, I bought my son a gift for graduation, and look how she acting. Got my son crying because he wanted to see me. But this how bipolar people act. She just, I don't know what's wrong with her. Then she ain't tell nobody about the graduation, and she mad I found out. But it's cool. Talking about she got a prosecutor about to lock me up for what? For taking care of my son? Jacob, just stay praying, all right, bro? Love you too, man. Stay praying. Stay prayed up, son. It's gonna be all right. Stay prayed up, man. I love you. That's a mess, man. Mad because I can't see my son graduate.
And she ain't gonna do nothing but teach that little boy how to steal and do all sorts of weird stuff, bro. But Sisters with Sense, yo, what's good? How y'all feeling, Sisters with Sense? I got a gem for y'all, Sisters with Sense. Something that these dumb bitches don't be understanding. All right, check this out.
Just like becoming a submissive woman is so crazy because the power you hold by doing that. I'll give a couple points. One, I was afraid that my feelings won't be valid or like I won't have a voice. What I noticed by just letting my husband make the decisions and just following that, he asks me for all the advice. He comes to me for.
Wow. So you mean you are kind of, sort of, the leader? Because remember, that's the transfer. Remember, we triggered a lot of people with this marriage joint because they thought they had the answer sway, but they didn't have the answer sway because they don't even know how to be in relationships. So marriages is like far-fetched. But Sisters with Sense, don't ever feel like you don't have the power. Cause a real dude, when you start messing with real dudes, not the shit you doing now. Pour into you so you can stop having to fuck with the pookies. Pour into you. You know what I mean? You fucking with low-hanging fruit because you are low-hanging fruit. But when you pour into you and you start fucking with dudes that teach you something, we teach you something based off of the shit you told us. All right? You are leading in some sort of way. You just don't make the final say, but you led. Peep game, y'all.
Just like becoming a submissive woman is so crazy because the power you hold by doing that. I'll give a couple points. One, I was afraid that my feelings won't be valid or like I won't have a voice. What I noticed by just letting my husband make the decisions and just following that, he asks me for all the advice. He comes to me for every question. He'll call me, what do you think about this? I don't know what to do. I'm like, wow, what? And then I say it, what I think, and then he does it. So I end up having a leadership role by just letting him be the final say, but he values my wisdom.
Add on what you're saying, like with that word submit, right? When you look at it from an etymological, you break it down, it means she responds to you. When a man knows that he can trust his woman, he will value her opinion. A man, when he knows that his woman has his back, and when he knows that he has that woman that he can trust, he's going to love her and value her in everything that he does. Period. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Sisters, listen, you know I got to give y'all a gem because y'all be on here laughing all day. Y'all don't be getting triggered. Y'all just be laughing and shit, but I drop a gem for y'all every now and then. Yo, here we go. Always gotta be a goddamn flying roach, yo. You see, this is why the good sisters don't be getting nothing, yo. I'm my good sisters, yo. Y'all better thank me for being intelligent enough to know it's not all y'all. But this is why the average man is be getting so confused and he do y'all how he do them. Because even when you're getting a compliment, even when he giving you some attention, it got to be a dummy, yo. It got to be a jumping kangaroo, bro. What's wrong with us? Why would we take the word submit out? The word is the word for a reason. You're a hoe. You don't like to be called it, but that's what your actions show. Like, what's the problem? You are what you gonna get what you do for what you do. All right? Now, submissive women submit. That's what makes them submissive. You know what I mean? What the fuck is you talking about? Take what word out of what? Like, God damn it, yo. But anyway, Sisters with Sense, so don't be like her, yo. She's a dummy. She's a dummy. You know what I mean? She's a dummy. She was taught like this. She was taught with this information. All right, guys, let's get into it. 10 dumb Dumb money rules single mothers taught their children. And clearly, we got a lot of them running around here. Because if you ain't do no work on yourself, if you ain't do no reprogramming, how they say, hold it, where's that? A lot of dummies running around here, boy. God damn it, yo. And I thought we was gonna get through the day good, like, you know what I mean? Nope. Always gotta be a monkey.
There's people walking around out here that are soulless avatars simply operating on matrix programming. They're living, but they're not alive. And they're all around us. They're all over the place. People that have never woken up to who they truly actually are. They simply are operating on the code that they've been programmed and given since they were born, since they were even in the womb and at gestation. The same code, just running on programming, never exceeding the programming, never reprogramming the programming, never editing it, never hacking themselves, just running on the pure code and living a complete lie, believing that they're alive, but they're not.
All right, y'all ready? Y'all hit the reset button? Y'all hit the reset button? We gonna get it now, right? So we gonna get rid of these 10 rules. Cause she ain't teach you nothing but how to clean her house up. And might maybe cook a little something. But she ain't teach you no money, cause y'all couldn't talk about no money. Now let's go. Abracadabra. Watch how all the dumb folks disappear. One, two, three. Abracadabra.
Taboo topics, right? It's really dumb when you think about it because money is the driving force in society. You probably think it's rude to openly discuss money matters because your parents taught you so. No wonder so many people aren't financially literate. Mom and dad were wrong. And that's why today we're taking a look at 10 other money lessons that should never be taught again.
All right, remember, mom and dad were wrong. They love you, but they could be wrong. They could be wrong. They love you, but they could be wrong.
Not just my delivery, it hurts your feelings to know that all this time you thought your mother or your father had it figured out and they did not. They raised you in a way that has you conditioned to believe that your habits and the things that you have your mind set on are not going to put you in a position of forward progress. A lot of y'all and I'm speaking like this without cursing because a lot of y'all inboxed me earlier and, it really touched you in a, good way. Y'all was letting me know, the video earlier really touched you in a good way when I really started speaking on how our children get of age like we do. Some point in their life, they get to a certain age where they realize, you didn't teach me anything of value. You only bought me stuff. You only purchased me material stuff and spent time with me, but the time wasn't even valuable because you didn't leave me with any nuggets to make it out here. So we watch our children repeat the same generational curses that we've repeated for decades, and a lot of y'all is sad because instead of confronting that, you deflect. You come on my page and you don't understand the responsibility of the content that you're listening to. You don't understand the weight of what this carries.
Absolutely, but start understanding the weight, yo. It's not cool to be a fool. Say it with me. It's not cool to be a fool and then laugh because you dumb. Know what I mean? Stop laughing that stupidity off and let's get right. Let's get right.
Let's go. Number 1, always pay in cash. This well-intentioned rule is grounded in some truth. It's definitely harder to overspend when you've got a finite number of bills in your wallet, and physically seeing your money change hands might make you think twice, more than just swiping a card. But it just doesn't match real life. Upwards of 2.4 billion people are shopping online these days, and those transactions aren't happening with cash. It's all credit, PayPal, Venmo, and now crypto. And what about life's big-ticket items? Well, some people can afford to buy a car with only cash. That doesn't mean it's a smart move. If you can borrow money at a lower rate than the interest you'd earn if you'd invested the cash, it makes more sense to take out a loan, finance the car, and invest what you don't spend. Number 2, more education equals more money.
That's it. That one right there. That one right there. That's the one. That's the one. That's all they teach. They taught you that. You're not gonna sit here and lie to me. They taught you that. Now let's walk it down slow. Let's walk it down slow. Cause I know a lot of y'all got them diplomas and y'all got them degrees on y'all wall. So y'all don't want to hear this. So we're gonna walk it down slow now. But this the number one poison that got you fucked. This is why you're broke right now. If you're broke right now, and when I say broke, I mean if you don't got 6 months of your cost of living saved up, then you're broke. You're broke. All right? So let's stop it.
This rule used to hold true, at least it did for boomers, but in the 21st century, it hasn't really played out the same for us. These days, it's usually more education, more debt. In
Bingo.
fact, this year, global student loan debt.
All right. Let's understand that this education, that school shit was a whole bubble. It was a bubble that was created to get money. To get money, guys. I know it hurt, but you have the information now, so let's teach it to our kids. That's all.
It hasn't really played out the same for us. These days, it's usually more education, more debt. In fact, this year, global student loan debt topped $1.7 trillion. Getting a higher degree isn't going to guarantee you anything, unless you're a doctor or another kind of specialist. So furthering formal education really should be looked at from an investment point of view. Does the cost-reward ratio make sense? Would gaining real-life experience in your field give you a bigger advantage over more studying? Can you learn the skills you need to learn on your own without paying an institution for a pricey piece of paper? Just some food for thought, Aluxer. Number 3, credit cards are bad news. This can definitely be true for some people, but it's hardly fair to make that kind of blanket statement because someone you know spread $200K across 5 cards and thought it wasn't going to matter. If used correctly, credit cards can actually...
Yeah, credit cards is dope if you're disciplined. Now, an undisciplined person with a credit card, goddamn. But shit, I can show you some things what to do with a credit card. And guys, that information that's in our $9.99 package. So keep that in mind. We don't normally just give this out for free. You know what I mean? But we got this type quality. You know what I mean? So if I give you this for free, you already know. In that $9.99 membership package, salute to my members, we got some shit rocking in there.
offer up many perks that shopping with cash doesn't. For example, you can earn cash back or get rewards for purchasing items you would have bought anyway. And if you're a frequent traveler, it's easy to rack up points and take nearly free vacations. Enjoy private airport lounges, extra luggage, and upgrades. Not to mention having a card allows you to more easily do things like shop online, book a hotel room, or rent a car. The only time they're bad news is when you spend more than you can pay back. Number 4, renting is basically burning money. Has anyone ever told you that renting a home or apartment is a big waste of money? It's an argument that gets tossed around by many people, and while there are some definite upsides to owning your home, there are quite a few for renters too. We live in an age where careers don't last a lifetime. The average person these days will change jobs about 12 times. 12. If you bought a house at the age of 25, you might only be a few changes into it, which means new and exciting opportunities across the country become further out of reach. You'd have to sell your home first, and that's usually not fast nor easy. Renting gives millennials and Zoomers way more freedom and independence, and realistically, most of them are paying down a mountain of student loan debt.
Absolutely. So miss me with the, oh, I got a house, I bought my house. Plus, mind you, that property tax mean you don't own nothing. That's it. You pay. You still paying. You still paying, bro.
Because their parents told them how important it was to go to college instead of starting their career. Number 5, always hire an investment advisor. While we're not going to knock the value of a solid investment or financial advisor, the idea that they're necessary is definitely outdated. Back when nobody talked about money because it was rude, most people had no clue how to play the money game. But you know what? The internet is a really beautiful game changer. Technology has allowed us to fairly simply and safely invest cash ourselves. Online brokerages and apps make it straightforward to purchase stocks or crypto, something we break down for you in a really easy to understand way in our Bitcoin Essentials course. And if after that you still feel lost, you can even take advantage of robo-advisors to select your investments for you, essentially leaving your portfolio to be managed by a supercomputer. Once you hit a net worth in the millions, then it makes sense to hire an investor. But before that point, it's really not necessary. Number 6.
Facts. Do things on your own. Don't, because you see these celebrities with glam squads and finances and all of this shit. Don't play yourself, but do things on your own. What you got to do is educate yourself. educate yourself on that so that you know what you're doing, and then do things on your own, guys. Do things on your own.
Real estate is the best investment. Oh, how often do we hear this one? And while we're not saying it's a bad investment, it's just important to recognize it's not the best investment for everyone. Real estate can be just as risky as other investments. Many people have found themselves in a situation of buying a home in a hot market only to have it tank a few years later, leaving them to take a loss in the eventual sale. In a case like this, the money put into the home likely would have paid greater dividends if it had been invested in an index fund instead. If you've yet to make any investments, going straight to real estate is likely not a wise move. Start small and consider the risks before going big. Number 7. Always pay your mortgage ASAP. So if you've made the leap and bought yourself a home or an investment property, some advice you might hear is to pay the mortgage down as soon as humanly possible. But that doesn't always make the best financial sense. A good example can be found on moneyunder30.com. If you're paying 3% interest on your mortgage and manage to pay it off, you now have that 3% back in your pocket. However, the average return on the S&P 500 has been about 8 to 10% every year since the 50s, which means if you paid the regular mortgage payments at 3%, and redirected the rest of that budget to an index fund at 8%, you'd be looking at 5% profit instead of just 3% by paying the mortgage down faster. Number 8. Don't invest until you're debt-free. Oh, geez. Well, this one sounds like it makes a lot of sense at first. Give it some thought and you'll quickly realize how flawed this piece of advice is. Investing takes time to pay off, and if you wait until you're completely debt-free before you invest in anything, you might not start until your 40s or 50s, and that's a lot of time wasted and compound interest lost. Starting small and early beats starting late with a bigger upfront investment, because your earning potential over time is likely to be greater than the initial cost. With a well-thought-out budget, it's completely doable to tackle both hacking down your debt and growing an investment portfolio at the same time. Start small, but start now. Number 9. Set and forget retirement plans. Retirement plans are one of those things where it's a bit of a question of whether or not they're even worth it these days. They do have upsides, of course, like saving for your future, but also downsides, like penalties for early withdrawal and limited options for investments. If you do have a retirement plan like a 401k in the US, ignore the advice to set and forget. With how rapidly things change in the markets, and in some cases your career, best to revisit and revise your fund balance, contributions, and goals on an ongoing basis. Setting and forgetting is a recipe for disappointment later on down the line. And speaking of retirement, number 10, you retire when you're 65. Yeah, this one's kind of laughable. The benchmark age of 65 was something that was brought in by the U.S. Social Security Act back in 1935, at a time when the average lifespan was just over 60 years old. A lot has changed since then. The current average lifespan is about 82 years, which means people need to plan for a much longer retirement if they intend to stop working at 65. With certain privileges and wise money moves, it's fully possible to retire at 35. But on the flip side, with poorer circumstances and less than wise money moves, many others are forced to work in some capacity well into their 70s and 80s. By this point, 65 is just an arbitrary number people cling to, not to mention the fact that with improvements in medicine and overall quality of life, 65 isn't actually that old. People in that age bracket still have a ton of value to offer up. Alright, Alexer, what are some of the dumbest money rules you've heard over the years? Let's debunk them in the comment section together so nobody else falls victim to crappy advice from the past.
Man, that was explosive right there, but I got one that we didn't even touch on, and that's the most important one, and I left it for last because, like I said, a lot of people had things to say about this marriage stuff, right? We triggered so many folks about the marriage and how marriage is satanic. Marriage by state. When you walk down that aisle and you sign that marriage certificate, you signing up for slavery, dummy. And everybody sat there and got all bothered and because y'all want to be married and also. So I told y'all that, you know what I mean, the drink was satanic, and I got proof. And it's something that you was taught. This is why y'all all running around here bugging. Y'all running around here like slaves. Let's get to that, yo. But I dropped the link, so if anybody want to add something, anybody want to talk about a money rule that they were taught, and then found out that it wasn't right, come on, join the conversation, y'all, respectfully, you know what I mean? But this was the biggest one right here. This is the biggest one that got all of y'all dumbed out and all of y'all poor right now in poverty. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, yo. Got y'all hooked. Hold on, let me pull that up. Let me throw some music on though. But the link is dropped, y'all. You gotta go through, I think, Google. Don't do Safari. You gotta go through Google. You gotta copy it into your Google thing, your Google browser. All right, let me pull this up real quick. This shit is damaging to y'all. It's damaging. This shit right here is the one that damaged y'all. Damaged y'all mind. Got y'all spending all your money being dumb. Y'all want to guess what it is in the chat? Y'all want to guess that what was taught to y'all from young? A money rule too. We got my guy, bro, to the pro. Hold on, hold on, bro. Let me pull this in. Then I got. Bro to the pro, what's going on, Mike Isaac?
You guys let me know if you can hear me okay. I've been having microphone issues. Okay. I love that the fact we're talking about money. Okay, because I know we're looking at it from a perspective of women blow lots of money and they're stupid with money and all that stuff. But all that aside, we're stupid too. I buy stuff that I don't need to impress people that don't like me. I've done that in the past.
The truth is what we ask for.
No, I'm asking you guys to take a second and just zoom out a little bit. And take a look at the way other people behave when it comes to money. Because it's almost embarrassing. All right. I was poor almost all my life. About 2008, I hit the jackpot and I haven't stopped since. But I'm not doing it in a way to try and flex on people, even though it might appear that way. But once you have money, you're going to spend most of your time protecting it, because all your family members are going to hit you up for money. All your girlfriends are going to just depend on you to a level you're not used to, and it gets exhausting. It's actually annoying. So I decided after that, I'm not going to own anything. I'm not going to own anything in my name. I'm not going to have anything that's going to be my identity. So I have a fire truck and a patrol car. So people identify me as the firefighter, but they don't think.
Hold on, bro, Fessa. I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's okay.
Doll. You all right, doll? Are you all right, doll? Because doll, where do you see single black mothers? Like, we didn't make it about a black thing. You see my title say 10 dumb money rules single mothers taught their children. Where I'm trying to figure out the mental illness, because my mama black, you black, right? I'm black. I mean, I don't understand. Well, why do you make it a black thing? You know what I mean? What you talking about? What you talking about, man? Help me out. But God, bro.
I'm sorry. You know what? We got to deal with that stuff, because it isn't black women. Even though they spend the money faster than white women do, the money is the same. The salaries are the same. So it's not like white women are getting paid more.
Right.
But the decisions made are equally as bad. See, when they think I'm sad, what do? They go shopping or they eat. Two very, very, could be potentially bad things. So here is my suggestion to anybody that wants to get out of the fucking pit that you're in, and that is concentrate on 5 streams of income. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it's something, because you're going to find that the thing that you think might not work good will be your jackpot, and the thing you think is awesome will be your failure. So you got to have 5 streams of income operating all at the same time, meaning your job, your side hustle, your eBay store or Amazon. You follow me? So you always have something continuously happening. Now, I used to just focus on one thing when I was selling stuff on Amazon. And like I said, in 2008, I was broke, guys. I was $60,000 in the hole in child support. And I needed a way out because I was just getting out of the military. My ex had left me and I was stuck. I didn't have a car. I didn't have anything. So I did the one thing I know how to do well. And that's find a niche market. And a niche market is something that's special for you. If you have something that you love to do, like I'm totally and overwhelmingly impressed by Gus's clothing sales. Okay. And if you guys don't know, Goodbread's got a high-end like boutique clothing thing going on in New York. And the first time I saw that, I was like, hey, wait a minute. That's what I was doing like 10 years ago, buying up all the Gucci's and the Pucci's and the Parucci's and selling them to all the rich women I knew because they like me. You know what I'm saying? And when you're rich, you throw money away. When you're wealthy to the point where you don't think about it anymore, you just literally give shit away. So it's not a big deal for them, but the mentality that we perceive as normal people who see rich people and say, well, that guy's, what's the first thing people say when they see rich people? Oh, it's a rich asshole. Oh, I'm now the rich asshole because I went from poverty to the middle class, which in middle class and where I am is now the upper class. So you can understand why I decided to come overseas to begin with is because 1, the women are nicer. 2, you know, it's cheaper to live. I can't understand paying more than $400 a month for a house. And I'm in a 2-car garage, 5-bedroom house with 3 bathrooms, a decent sized kitchen, and a decent neighborhood. So why would I go overboard and spend double or triple that to impress people who don't fucking like me anyway? So stop spending money on stuff that doesn't matter and doesn't make you money. Like if you are, let's just take the basic Starbucks bullshit, you know, caramel macchiato. I don't know what they cost in the States. I know that they're expensive here, which is about maybe the equivalent of about $4. So I don't know what a big, you know, Venti or whatever the hell Starbucks is called. But a $4 cup of coffee is the same amount of money I pay my housekeeper every day. So you can see I've made a trade-off for something that's disposable and consumable, and I've hired a person in exchange for the money I would have spent on a cup of coffee. Now, that's just one.
Bro, to the phone. Hold on real quick. I got a couple of questions I gotta answer. Bro to the Pro, not a stranger to the channel, and it's calling day. So I dropped the link. So if you wanna come on and you wanna add some money rules that you were taught that you had to reteach yourself, then you could join the link. You just gotta go through your Google browser. You know what I mean? It's not about right or wrong today. It's about understanding, guys. You know what I mean? Stop coming to channels with that, oh, let's fight. Like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? Y'all Street Fighters or something? Y'all niggas is Mortal Kombat characters or something? Let's stop coming to these channels, right? With the poverty mindset that it's me against the world or it's me against you. It's not me against you. The fuck is wrong with y'all, yo?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you guys.
I gave y'all 10 dumb money rules that I know all of y'all been taught, especially that second one. Number 2, I know all of y'all been taught the number 2. Go to school, go to school, go to school, because that's all they teach y'all. Is go to school, go to school, go to school. Like school is like if school is gonna make you a wealthy human being. You know what I mean? Stop it, y'all. Learn how to absorb real information. But what I really wanted to get to is the main one, my extra bonus, because the people that be getting triggered, because I be telling them that marriage is not good for nobody, and especially not good for no man, especially when you talk this marriage by the state, marriage by the devil. That's what it is. This is why y'all all in poverty.
One more stupid money rule that you can throw out. An engagement ring must cost 2 to 3 months' salary. Talk about an effective advertising campaign, huh? Back in the 1930s, De Beers Jewelers ran an ad suggesting that men must spend at least 1 month's salary on their beau's engagement ring. By the 80s, that total hit 2 months' salary, and now it's widely believed that when you put a ring on it, it has to cost at least 3 months' salary to be worthy? Let's just call this what it is. Bullshit. If you want to splurge on a ring, you do you, but these rules are basically just status signaling, and it's not what's important in a relationship. And look at it this way, buying a massive diamond isn't actually a good investment. Best you save that cash for something that is.
Oh, I know it hurt. Now just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. And I know, hold on, before we pick this conversation up, bro. Before we pick the conversation up, I know, hold on. I know.
Not just my delivery, it hurts your feelings to know that all this time you thought your mother or your father had it figured out, and they did not. They raised you in a way that has you conditioned to believe that your habits and the things that you have your mind set on are not going to put you in a position of forward progress. A lot of y'all and I'm speaking like this without cursing because a lot of y'all inboxed me earlier and, it really touched you in a, good way. Y'all was letting me know, the video earlier really touched you in a good way when I really started speaking on how our children get of age like we do. Some point in their life, they get to a certain age where they realize, you didn't teach me anything of value. You only bought me stuff. You only purchased me material stuff and spent time with me, but the time wasn't even valuable because you didn't leave me with any nuggets to make it out here. So we watch our children repeat the same generational curses that we've repeated for decades, and a lot of y'all is sad because instead of confronting that, you deflect. You come on my page and you don't understand the responsibility of the content that you're listening to. You don't understand the weight of what this carries.
Now, for the record, everybody, well, my daughter's in my room on my bed, and Miss Goodbread, she just over here rolling. She laughing. You know what I mean? For those of you who think that I'm just a hurt, bitter old man that no woman want. Nah, I mean, guys, I'm just saying, I just want y'all to win. They say it's lonely at the top for us. And I'ma drag me a few of y'all. That got some sense. You know what I mean? But Bro Fester, what else you were saying? But yeah, guys, I dropped the link. So if y'all wanna add to the conversation, because that was the number one. That right there, even us dudes fell for that. Oh, I wanna just be married. And God, we fund that dumb shit. We didn't realize we're funding it. We're making a contract that somebody else get to null and void and get paid for it. But they need our signature for this contract, and they get incentivized for breaking the contract that we signed. Come on, bro. Come on.
All right.
Come on. That y'all see the satanic ritual and that should have become the number one ritual in our country.
All right. Let's talk about a couple things I think that might be immediately effective that you could start today to start saving money and to start making double what you make. So if you are at the end of the month and you have no money left over and you feel like shit, and you're hungry, and then the first of the month comes and you go to Ruth's Chris and eat a steak and you have the apple pie that makes you smack your mama. I understand because I do the same thing. The only difference is when I get paid, I still have the mentality of a person who's broke. Okay. I have money at the beginning of the month. It has to go to the end of the month. And at the end of the month, probably a week before the money runs out, we have all run out of money. So now I want to tell you guys is that it's not necessary anymore because with the access to the internet and a handful of ideas that you can run with, like I said, Goodbread does luxury clothes. You know what I mean? The Louis Vuitton shirt, I think was like $1,000 or some shit. So you could just imagine catering to people who spend $1,000 on a shirt. And if you can make 4 to 7% commission on everything that you sell automatically 24 hours a day without putting in any effort, then that would be a miracle and everybody would do it. So what happened to me was by accident. And here's what I did. Now, I showed you guys on the board here that taxes are the first thing that fuck us up, because we get taxed when we get paid. We get taxed when we spend money. Those people that receive the money pay taxes on that as well. So we're looking at a 70% drop in the value of the dollar just from taxes alone. So what I have done, when I say I don't own anything, I don't own anything. There's nothing in my name whatsoever. So now I have dropped from being in a higher tax bracket to being in a lower tax bracket, but I don't pay taxes. I'm overseas. Any kind of foreign earned income is, I think it's $160,000 tax-free, federal income tax, and all that stuff. So you don't pay any taxes. You actually gain money. So imagine for every $10 that you make, 2 of the 3 of those dollars you get to keep, because no more taxes. But I'm not saying don't pay taxes. What I'm saying is that live in such a way and invest in such a way, and then position yourself so that you're not the front man to the Goodbread enterprise. Instead, you've got Goodbread LLC, or you've got Goodbread INC, and that is your cover. Okay, that's your shield of protection against the wiles of the devil. Because on a personal level, we don't have the rights like businesses do. Businesses are considered people now, and we have to focus on 2 things if you want to make the most money. If you have AI, for example, you can go on AI and say, I want a picture of Mr. Goodbread flying on an eagle over the Empire State Building, and it says, I love New York on it. And it'll produce a shirt, and he could put that on Tees or Teespring, and then put that under your YouTube channel, so you'll always have T-shirts with Mr. Goodbread with his hat on. So you're making an additional $5 to $10 per hour per day. So do the math, guys. $240 a week extra is good money. And if you multiply that times 4, that's your $1,000. That's your $1,000 you can invest into something that's going to produce more money. The 2 things you don't want to do is you don't want to open a restaurant or a bar, because it's an absolute waste of time. Instead, work on non-material goods that you can purchase after the clients have paid you. So you have no risk as far as financial things are. Let's say, for example, that you're interested in buying these like battery packs. These cost about $4 in China. They resell for $12. So you're looking at a 75% increase in revenues. From China, client buys your battery, boom, off of a link on Amazon or whatever you decide to do. Then Amazon takes its cut. You now made a 30% profit from that. But an easier way to sell stuff on Amazon is not to sell anything. Instead, you become an affiliate. Affiliates on Amazon get paid 4 to 7% commission on anything that the person buys. So say, for example, I'm a Harry Potter fan. I love Harry Potter books. And I go on YouTube or Facebook and hey guys, check out the new Harry Potter book. It just came out. And I put the link in the description. I put a link under what I said. It's a link to my affiliate page for Amazon. Once they buy that $12 book, I now make a 4 to 7% interest, not interest, but commission on that money. With that money, that's not just the first part, because even though they might buy just that book, they may go buy a flat screen TV, they might buy motorcycle parts, a helmet, you know what I'm saying? Just money, guys. I have no interest in anything of Harry Potter or motorcycles or any of that shit, but I know what sells. And all you got to do to figure out what market sells is just go on the discovery page of Instagram. Once you see a pattern of sales, a pattern of products, and a pattern of services, you can duplicate that, make that money. Like I said, guys, you only want to focus on a number a week. My number is special. My number is $380 a week. That's my special number. I'm not there yet, and it's Saturday, but I'm going to be there probably by Sunday. But like I said, I don't pay attention to Amazon sales. I don't pay attention to affiliate marketing. I set it up and I leave it. When I get that, deposit from Amazon or whatever that comes around once a month, I'm like, great. I take that and I'll reinvest it into something else that's going to produce more money. So take your time, guys. Think about something you really are passionate about and then make that happen. Second, I know there's a lot of musicians, a lot of producers in here. If you are interested in making money off of your beats, selling just fractions of your cuts, there are several websites will buy pictures and music that you made, and every time somebody downloads your song or whatever for the intro of their video, you make $20. I'd say take the time, research this stuff, start making goals, because goals for me 20 years ago, I thought I'm going to set it in place. And then in 2008, when I made my first, big money, it changed my life overnight. This is why I'm trying to, at the same time, just like Goodbread's doing, he's talking about errors that we make. Now I'm taking the errors and taking out the part that we fucked up with and saying, you know what, this is the mistake. Here is the solution. And here is how we're going to get rich. And here's how we're going to profit. I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble, but that's what we had to talk about today.
No doubt, bro. And I appreciate you. We got my guy, One Mike, in the building today. What's going on, One Mike? Hold on.
All right.
Salute.
What's
bro.
good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Yo, thanks, Mr. Goodbread, for having me on your channel, man. I missed the majority of the live, but I'm back in effect, man. I just woke up after working, building up my future. What I do is I try to keep everybody informed that anything that you having to do with the state is a contract. And with these contracts, a majority of us don't read those contracts and know what the hell we're getting into. So our people, we're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And I always say, before you get into anything, before you sign up for anything with the state that involves tickets or anything like that, it's a contract. Most people go to jail because of contracts. Most people get fucked over because of contracts. And that goes for anything. When your kids are born and you sign that birth certificate, and that fine line is the establishment of paternity, which eventually ends up leading to child support if the mother goes ahead and assigns for benefits, and that's also a contract. What a lot of people fail to realize that with these the marriage, and everybody's like, yeah, man, I need a marriage, I want to get married, and you're smiling and you're just signing away at the dotted line, not reading, and you'll notice that the people in the state, they're smiling at you too, because when they're smiling at you, it can't be anything good. They may be happy, oh my God, congratulations, but on the back end, they're like, man, this nigga about to get fucked over if he don't play his cards right, because you don't realize that when you're getting married to the state. You're not getting married to your significant other. A lot of people don't realize that, and that the state will have a hand in on your demise because they're incentivized to break up families, to steal your shit, because you went and made them God over y'all instead of getting sworn under God and having your own private contract, your private marriage. Instead, you've done it in the public, and we all know that public and private does not mix. So I highly inform everyone here to go ahead and to make sure that they understand that when you're getting married, it is a contract with the state. So any kind of funding that you may have, any kind of property that you may have, you're both sharing it with the state, and the state will steal that from you. And the fact is that that marriage certificate is a bond. They cash in on all of that and trade it for securities on the stock market exchange according to that certificate number that's on that marriage certificate that you have, which is also a contract. So once they break you up, the judge gets a cut, the lawyer gets a cut, they sell it off on the stock market, they get the securities, and they turn around and they politely put it in their private bank accounts over there on Wall Street. Charles Schwab, I believe that is. Yeah, because I've seen people get divorced, and when I looked up their marriage certificate, it was on the Fidelity website, and you'll see how much money that these other private companies are incentivized and cashing you out at. So I highly advise everybody to listen to the Goodbread channel and stay tuned in into the gentleman on here. You know, you gotta, if you're working, you gotta make sure that you have, you know, regular income and passive income, as well as, like, you know, a safety net, you know, something that you make out of money but on your own time, where you don't get, you know, taxed. You could look at what everybody else is selling or invest in that. Me, I also do estate planning, where you're privately operating, but the whole purpose of private contracts and living in the private is to own nothing and to control everything. And with that being said, when you own nothing and you control everything, that's what the elites do. They don't put anything in their name. They'll put it in the business name or something private. And whenever something comes to get at them, hit them, or tax them, they don't get hit or taxed. Only the company gets hit or taxed. So when the company gets hit or taxed, kind of like an avatar, they go ahead and they either rectify it, or if it cannot be repaired, they'll go ahead and they'll get another one. They'll get another forefront.
My God, you got a question. You got a question. You can see it?
Okay, hold on. So I'm getting a divorce on the 24th. How should I go about doing it? Yeah, okay, so here's what you do. If you're getting divorced, right, I highly, if you want to get into my program, you know, give Mr. Goodbread your information and he'll contact me. The best thing you want to do is to quickly and effectively take everything that you have that's in your name. That way, when they go to attack it and, you know, to try to steal your property, you could take that property and safeguard it. Because if you don't own anything, how could she take anything? You see what I'm saying? You get where the trick is? You fucked up and put everything in your name. When you put everything in your name, everybody, they're gonna start looking when you go to get divorced, or when you go to get fucked over. They want to know how much you make. They want to know what kind of property you own. They want to know what kind of banking assets do you have. And it's all in your name, which is not really your name. It's in that ens legis, that all capital letter name. So if you put everything in that name, then they're going to have control over it because you signed up to get handled. Once you take everything out of that and you put it in the business name, or you put it in a third-party investor's name, they cannot take everything that's in that third-party investor's name, because it's a third-party investor. He has nothing to do with that contract. So for them to steal from him as well, that would be a potential lawsuit, and they know that. So if you know, like I know, give Mr. Goodbread your information and I will, you know, assist you on that. That way, the whole purpose is to own nothing but control everything. Once you do that, you will be safeguarded, my friend.
Good advice, bro. Good advice. Good
Thank
advice,
you.
bro. Yo, guys, we finna get on out of here because these wicked, dumb roaches, they getting mad right now because we giving y'all that information that they just didn't get. They run off for their looks. They ain't got time to get to this information. So most women, they use their looks to get them on by in life. So a lot of us, if you like me, then you grew up with, you know what I mean, broke women that tell you all of the time, money don't grow on trees. Money don't grow on trees. And that's a lie, bro, because it do grow on trees. You just got to know where to plant the seeds at. And that's the problem. These mothers, they want to hoard these kids, right? They want to hoard these kids, but they don't have no information to give these kids. You know what I mean? And our government, our sad government, gives them, awards these women, these kids, when these women is broke down bennies. These women be broke down. You know what I mean? The father could be a millionaire, and by right, this state gives awards the broke down bunny, the child. And she only had that child so she don't be a broke down bunny.
Yep.
So
You know why
teach-
they give them that? You know why
Break it
they give
down.
them that, right?
Break it
Yeah,
down.
they give them that. I'm gonna tell you why. They give them that because they, like Mr. Goodbread said, you know, and I highly advise everybody to listen. They give them that because they're incentivized to break up the families, and the mother don't know that what Mr. Goodbread was talking about earlier, when they highly get triggered and say not all, is because they don't want you to have anything to build towards your future generational wealth. The mother done took it all by signing up for these programs and shit. They sign up for these programs, and now being that she's getting the money, they're taking away from the father, leaving him broke, and now they leave the kid nothing. The kid grows up, hey mommy, I need this. Oh, ask your father. It's too late. She already sold you out. And that's the truth. Sorry about that, but I had to interrupt for that, Mr. Goodbread. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
No doubt. It's a fact, though. That's a fact. But money do grow on trees, guys. And it start with you planting seeds, guys. You got to plant seeds, and you got to have patience. A lot of us, you know what I mean? The problem, this is the absolute problem with us right now, guys. Social media gassing you. Your environment, you need to get up out of your environment. You need to uproot yourself out of your environment. Some of y'all see that y'all not growing in that sucky soil that you sit there and you was raised around. You got to uplift yourself. That's what bro was telling you. Bro to the pro was telling you, get up out of it. Maybe you gotta go overseas. Maybe you should leave your city. You know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta make that move. Parenting, absolutely atrocious. Nobody parent taught them those sacred writings in our basic instructions before leaving Earth. Nobody parent taught them that. And that's the information that was supposed to be installed, trained in you, so that you can go on and, you know what I mean, be great. And impatience. That leads us right to what I was saying. A lot of y'all don't believe that money grow on trees because you're just not patient enough when you plant these seeds. You gotta plant the seeds. You gotta water the seed. You know what I mean? Then you gotta harvest it. You gotta cure it. You know what I mean? It's steps. You gotta trust the process. Everything not gonna be rushy so you can stunt and show off. Everything not gonna be rushy. You got to learn before you earn, and then you got to wait. You got to wait. And a lot of y'all, right? You sabotage your fruit from your trees in your wait process. Always be busy. So just because you waiting for your tree to grow over here, that don't mean you gotta sit there and do dumb shit. How about you plant another one? Plant another seed. And that's when you start opening up streams of income for yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, right? They taught you go to school and get married. Those two things is a bubble. Those two things are debt bubbles. Those two things are slavery, right? And those two things ain't never make anybody rich in America. You got to be about yourself, and you got to create something, guys. In this world, you got consumers and you got creators, builders. You got to be a creator and a builder, bro. Your attention is priceless, bro. Everybody wants your attention. The ones that's smart, the consumers want your attention. Don't be the builders want your attention. They need the attention from the consumers. Don't be a consumer in life, bro. Build. But I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's been a real one. It's been a great morning. Y'all already know. Definitely, Rome wasn't built in a day, but it burnt in one. You know what I mean? Your Rome was not built in a day, and it's gonna take a process, guys. Trust the process. But focus on these 4 things, and you'll be all right. If you focus on these 4, you'll be all right, y'all. Guys, y'all got anything else y'all want to add before we go on and get out of here?
I'm going to let the gentleman go first.
I had to say that one thing. One of the things that the guys in the chat, James Galt, said that a forensic audit will discover practically everything that you've ever done electronically and banking wise. So protect yourself at all times. If you have a charity, if you have an LLC or anything like that, be sure you have other officers ahead of you. You could be the secretary and still be the boss.
I got one for you. Okay, a forensic audit. They could go ahead and do a forensic audit, right? But let me tell you how slick I am. They tried that with me, and I went ahead and I had the whole shit flipped on them. See, because in order to do a forensic audit, that means you would have to look into somebody's account to see where you've made business at, right? Now, when they do a forensic audit, you pull out the 3949A form for identity theft, and then you politely send the IRS letter to the IRS, and you ask them, hey, I believe this court, which is not government, they are a business. They have an EIN that's operating within the state, and they are trading on securities that I did not consent to. Now, if they're trying to look for assets and do a forensic audit, on you, you could turn around and flip it and do a forensic audit on them because they never inform you of the consequences that they will be performing a forensic audit and getting paid on that security, which is that docket number, which is that court case number. So you could do a forensic audit on them. They are not government. If you go ahead and you fill out another IRS form, you'll see that they are not government according to the IRS, and you can have them audited, and that will definitely stop them in their tracks. They'll probably be like, yo, how the fuck did he do that? Because they you know, our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And if you want to hide your assets in your banking, right, you don't necessarily have to put it in an LLC or anything that you've currently made. You could just turn around and switch that out. If they ask what happened to the money, you just say, hey, look, that's none of your business, and I don't consent to any of this. And they'll be like, well, we can't make them budge. If they try to go ahead and round off a number, then you could pull each and every one of them in federal court for identity theft and fraud for trying to make something that they're not. And that's also conspiracy, and that's also another charge.
Wait, that's deep, man. Now,
see that, right?
That's deep. That's deep. Be 50 moves ahead, guys. Just move everything now before anybody notices anything. You know, get it out. And it does require... This is why why I'm glad that James Gall brought it up, because I had a stepmother that wanted to keep my inheritance when my grandmother passed away. A stepmother. And so what I did, I have lawyers out the ass now, guys. You need them. And they did a forensic audit on her, and they saw how she had put money every single month for 20 years into her kids' accounts and these other accounts, and she never used an LLC or anything like that. So it was easy to catch her. So I was able to recover a little bit of inheritance, but you're not going to spend, you know, $1,000 if you're going to sue somebody. Because normally we settle out of court almost every single time. No one's going to go to court, trial, or anything like that. They want to settle out of court. So guys, lawyer yourself up if you're going to, once you get to that point where you need a lawyer, it kind of sucks. You do kind of make it, but then you need lawyers and protect your assets and stuff. It's stupid. But hey, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out and listening to me, and also Mike and Mr. Goodbread. I think we brought a lot of value to the stream today. And the trolls are gonna come. They're just gonna say whatever. Okay, they can't. If you're not doing anything wrong, don't ever take offense to anything anybody says to you on these YouTube streets.
I have a question too, bro. All right, all your lawyers, have you vetted them correctly?
I have a lawyer in Miami that represents cartels, drug dealers. Yeah, so it's a lot of money to see him, talk to him on the phone. It's like ridiculous. So I don't ever, if you're at that level, like I'm saying, guys, I got $80,000 stolen from me, and I got it back. So it's worth it. It's worth it. I don't like going through the pain of putting people through shit, but people are gonna do that and disrespect me, I'm gonna come at you.
Exactly. What I usually do is this: if I want to shit test a lawyer, I ask them this. I said, "Are you a Article 7, Section 4 corpus juris secundum?" And if his eyes started to widen up like he's seen a ghost, and he said, "Well, what do you mean by that?" I said, "Well, let me ask you a question. Are you loyal to your client, or are you loyal to the bar and to the courts? Because I already know that you're an officer of the court. Are you Article 7, Section 4? And he said, "Well, I don't want to answer that." I said, "Okay, point proven. I know that you're a double agent. I know that you're an officer of the court, and whenever your duty is called, you must yield to the latter. And your loyalty is to the bar and to the court and never to your client. Is that correct?" So he said, "Well, I don't need that." I said, "All right, so then get the fuck out of my face then. You're not for me. You know, I already know what you're about, man. You're dismissed. Get the fuck out of here." So then he left. And he was just like, "Well, you know, he doesn't want it. He doesn't want court-appointed counsel." I said, "Yeah, that's because you have no jurisdiction over me or any of the property. You don't represent me. You don't speak for me, bro." And he got pissed. And I said, "All right, you're dismissed." So then I asked the judge. Judge was like, "Well, you know, we need to know how many." I said, notice how he said we need to know. He said, "If you don't tell me," no, he said, "Well, you know, tell us what we need to know." I said, "No, you tell me. Are you government?" And he said, "Well, I said, well, you swore an oath, right?
What was that
are
article,
you
guys?
government?"
What was
Article
that article?
7, Article 7, Section 4, Corpus Juris Secundii. Whenever the lawyer is an officer of the court and a double agent, and if he is called, he must yield to the latter, right? He must yield to the latter. He is faithful to the bar and to the court, and never to his client. And the same thing goes for the judge. The judge is nothing but a lawyer in a robe. And there are some, fair judges out there, but whenever it comes down to lawyers, if you ever go to court, just sit down and watch them talk. They lie, they cheat, they steal. Lawyer equals liar. Some of them are okay. Some of them are, I'm not going to diss. Some of them are okay. But the majority of them, they're only there to push that contract. Whenever you go in there, you got some shit following you, they always cop a plea. Cop a plea, take this plea, take this L. I don't know if you're going to get off of it, but you need to take this L. They want to get you into a contract. It's all about contracts. That's what the United States has always been about. Contracts. If you're about to get your ass hemmed up, they're like, oh yeah, take a plea. When you plead, you're instantly guilty. And I'm not trying to preach legal advice, but I'm just telling you what I know. And I had lawyers try to step in on my case, and I'm like, yo, who the fuck is you? Oh, well, we represent the state. Oh, you represent the state? Well, you don't represent me. You don't talk for me, bro. Get the fuck off my case. You're fired. And if you go ahead and you still try to proceed, I will hit you with conspiracy. They said, who is that? Oh, that's Michael. Oh, no. I'm not dealing with him. Your Honor, I'm withdrawing from this case. I said, you better withdraw if you know what's good for you. I got your bar card and everything. I got your bar card number and everything. I'll report you to the Department of Justice. I will get in your ass before you realize I'm in your ass. You won't even be able to sit down.
Crazy, yo. But we gonna get ready to get on out of here, y'all. Salute to y'all. Much love and appreciation for y'all. And Goodbread, yo, y'all stay woke, yo. It's a cold world outside. You know how we end. We wrap it up with all of the clips that we played during the day. Wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, gang.
One more stupid money rule that you can throw out. An engagement ring must cost 2 to 3 months' salary. Talk about an effective advertising campaign, huh? Back in the 1930s, De Beers Jewelers ran an ad suggesting that men must spend at least 1 month's salary on their beau's engagement ring. By the 80s, that total hit 2 months' salary, and now it's widely believed that when you put a ring on it, it has to cost at least 3 months' salary to be worthy? Let's just call this what it is. Bullshit. If you want to splurge on a ring, you do you, but these rules are basically just status signaling, and it's not what's important in a relationship. And look at it this way, buying a massive diamond isn't actually a good investment. Best you save that cash for something that is.
Well, a Bronx woman thought it was her lucky day, but now she could be headed to jail. Police say this woman's wanted for grand larceny. They say she picked up an envelope containing $8,000 and took off with it. It was accidentally dropped by a 34-year-old man near Stadium Ave and Spencer Drive. Unfortunately for the woman, finders keepers is not actually legal, and police say she should have reported that lost money to officials.
I do got rights. No, it's all right, son. The world needs to see how she act, because she crazy. I just can't see my son graduate and give him a gift. That's all I did. You didn't make him by yourself, sweetie. And you ain't raised him by yourself. You know how much money I spend on my son? What prosecutor? I'm done playing with you. Hey, look, I bought my son a gift for graduation, and look how she acting. Got my son crying because he wanted to see me. But this how bipolar people act. She just, I don't know what's wrong with her. Then she ain't tell nobody about the graduation, and she mad I found out. But it's cool. Talking about she got a prosecutor about to lock me up for what? For taking care of my son? Jacob, just stay praying, all right, bro? Love you too, man. Stay praying. Stay prayed up, son. It's gonna be all right. Stay prayed up, man. I love you. That's a mess.
You got condom?
No, I ain't got no condom.
You know what you doing?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
You gonna pull out?
Yes.
All I just came back from the clinic and I found out I was pregnant.
No, sorry.
Hello? Hello? He hung up on her.
One more stupid money rule that you can throw out. An engagement ring must cost 2 to 3 months' salary. Talk about an effective advertising campaign, huh? Back in the 1930s, De Beers Jewelers ran an ad suggesting that men must spend at least 1 month's salary on their beau's engagement ring. By the 80s, that total hit 2 months' salary, and now it's widely believed that when you put a ring on it, it has to cost at least 3 months' salary to be worthy? Let's just call this what it is. Bullshit. If you want to splurge on a ring, you do you, but these rules are basically just status signaling, and it's not what's important in a relationship. And look at it this way, buying a massive diamond isn't actually a good investment. Best you save that cash for something that is.
Well, a Bronx woman thought it was her lucky day, but now she could be headed to jail. Police say this woman's wanted for grand larceny. They say she picked up an envelope containing $8,000 and took off with it. It was accidentally dropped by a 34-year-old man near Stadium Ave and Spencer Drive. Unfortunately for the woman, finders keepers is not actually legal, and police say she should have reported that lost money to officials.
Just like becoming a submissive woman is so crazy because the power you hold by doing that. I'll give a couple points. One, I was afraid that my feelings won't be valid, or like I won't have a voice. What I noticed by just letting my husband make the decisions and just following that, he asks me for all the advice. He comes to me for every question. Yeah. He'll call me, what do you think about this? I don't know what to do. I'm like, wow, what? Yeah. And then I say it, what I think, and then he does it. Mm-hmm. So I end up having a leadership role by just letting him be the final say, but he values my wisdom.
Yeah. I don't want you saying like with that word submit, right? When you look at it from an etymological, you break it down, it means she responds to you. When a man knows that he can trust his woman, he will value her opinion. Mm-hmm. A man, when he knows that his woman has his back, and when he knows that he has that woman that he can trust, he's going to love her and value her in everything that he does. Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One Mike So Focused. The guy that was giving the law information name is One Mike So Focused. Yeah, y'all can hit me up on my email, and that's how y'all can reach out to him. goodmoneygus@yahoo or gmail.com.
If women are so damn smart, how come they the only motherfuckers that's constantly getting conned and lied to get in the situation they in? Y'all claim y'all are smart as men, but y'all the only people who say, oh, he told me to do this and he talked me into this. When a man gets screwed over, they say it's your fault.
You should have seen it coming.
Should have seen it coming. So why is it we can't say to these women, because let me tell you a stat that should shock you, all of you. Did you know there are 2 times as many black women with children than black men? Man. What does that tell you? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to interpret that for you.
Here we go. Okay.
It tells you that women are fucking the same man.
Boom. Damn.
So y'all know he ain't shit, and you fuck him because you in competition with that other ain't shit bitch to have that ain't shit nigga baby. Because you just saw a video on Instagram of Future, who you know got 9-11 kids, talking about how hard it is for him on Valentine's Day with all these bitches, and bitches jump right on the video to be there with him. So don't tell me how great women are. Don't tell me how women care about marriage. Don't tell me how women care about society, because if they did, the last thing you do is continue to reproduce with somebody you know has shown he is not a father, but you do it because you want to. There's a lot of women who can tell you right now, I had a good man, but he was lame. I had a good man, but it wasn't exciting. Because let me tell you something. A nigga that's in a thug and a jailbird, he'll fuck you better than I can.
Oh, yes, sir.
Because all he got is time on.
You are not niggas. You are not coons. You may smoke reefer and drink wine and do crazy, wicked things, but you are not a wicked person by nature. You have lent yourself to wickedness, but you are a divine creature that must now come into the knowledge and power of your own divinity. And no preacher can resurrect you into your divinity. It takes God himself to bring you into your own divine nature. So we're not dealing dealing with prophets. We have walked out of prophet teaching. This is the time and the presence of God. So I don't talk about God will come. God is already here. And he's working in me to resurrect you to your divine nature.